Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Nugent, and today's product focus video is on omega-3 with D3. Omega-3 is known as an essential fatty acid. An essential nutrient is a nutrient that your body must have, but your body cannot make. So it must be taken in either by diet or by dietary supplement. Well, we can talk about diet probably for hours. Many people don't make good dietary choices, and even if you do, you still may not be getting sufficient omega-3 in your diet. And it's an essential nutrient for a reason. We know scientifically that omega-3 fatty acids are essential to brain health and brain function. We know that they're essential to eye health. In fact, in a healthy, well-nourished individual, you will find more of the omega-3 known as DHA concentrated in the retina of their eye than anywhere else in their body. So that's pretty important for eye health. We also know that omega-3 is recommended by heart specialists all over the world because it's known to help us to maintain normal, healthy levels of blood lipids. And lipids is just a fancy way of saying blood fats. So there's a lot more to omega-3 than that, but that's really enough. Those are strong enough reasons for you to want to start using omega-3 every day. Studies have been done at an outfit called Tufts University. In fact, they have a government-sponsored science center there that's been studying omega-3s for a number of years. One of the things that we know is that the North American diet provides more than 10 times more omega-6 than it does omega-3. It's also known scientifically that we need to have less omega-6. In fact, there seems to be too much in the diet of many people in the Western world, and not enough omega-3. So you may need to rebalance that a bit by selecting a dietary supplement. There are two omega-3s in this formula, EPA and DHA. You've probably heard those letters before. Well, DHA is crucial for eye health, as I've just mentioned. It's also crucial for brain health. In fact, about 60% of all the fats in the brain are DHA in a person who is properly nourished. And hopefully that's you. You want to make sure that you're making the right choices. DHA is crucially important for brain health and brain function. Now, you might wonder, what's the source of our omega-3? That's a question that comes up all the time for me. Are you using flaxseed oil or borage oil or fish oil, or what are you doing? Well, of course, you can get ALA, which is a form of omega-3, in both plant materials and nuts and seeds. But it's not very efficient, and humans don't convert ALA very efficiently either. And of course, any activity in the body requires fuel to do the activity. Well, the fuel in this case is an amino acid called L-cysteine, and you don't want to burn that up because you need that. So the logical choice is to use fish oil. Fish oil, of course, is the most common source of omega-3 around the world, but our omega-3 is anything but common, as you'll learn in the next couple of minutes. We get our omega-3 from anchovies. Now, I know you've heard people say, well, you should get it from salmon or you should get it from this. We choose anchovies for a reason. The first reason is ecology. Anchovies are in no danger of going extinct. I mean, no danger of going extinct. In fact, they are so abundant, well, there's just no worries at all. And by fishing anchovies, we are not then interrupting the ecosystem. In addition to that, anchovies have an almost perfect ratio of EPA, DHA already in them. And what you're going to find out with this product is that you have really the ideal ratio of EPA to DHA for human health. Not all fish are the same. There are some fish that do not provide omega-3 at all, such as tilapia, They provide omega-6, but not omega-3. It's all about the fish's diet. That's what counts. If you're concerned about purity, don't be. I'll address that in a few moments. But some will say, well, why do we use fish oil and not krill oil? Well, there are a couple of important reasons. First, the krill people tell you that their oil is absorbed faster. Well, that actually is not meaningful because you have to have omega-3 in your body 24 hours a day. It really doesn't matter if it goes into your bloodstream in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. What difference does it make? That's pure marketing. The other thing, and this is an important thing to me, there are 3 religions in this world who by religious doctrine cannot consume anything from the sea that does not have fins and scales. Krill do not have fins or scales. Ugly little things. So those 3 religions total almost 2 billion human beings. The last thing I want to do is to have 2 billion people excluded from the potential health benefits of omega-3. So we're going to stay with fish oil, and anchovies really are the best choice for us. Our omega-3 is exclusive. We get our oil from a company called EPAX, E-P-A-X. They've been making fish oil for about 180 years. They really are the leaders in this industry, and they make a variety of oils, different grades of oils for different customers based on what those customers have asked for. We have an exclusive agreement for their highest grade oil. That means their best oil can only be obtained from Mannatech. Now, that by itself is pretty darn important. So let's talk a little bit about EPAX and their very best oil. Back in 2012, an organization called Frost & Sullivan, you may have heard about them. They do awards every year for the best in this category, the best in that category. And in 2012, they looked at the best in product differentiation excellence. That's what they called it. And here's what they said. This is an exact quote from them when they issued their award to EPAX. They said, EPAX abides by the strictest norms, right from choosing the raw material to final delivery, and they consistently deliver products with the best purity profile in the industry. That's pretty impressive. They further went on to say that EPAX has the optimum ratio of EPA to DHA for human health. Let's talk about purity for a moment. Lots of people say, well, I'm buying my omega-3 at the discount store. Well, you can do whatever you please, of course, but when it comes to omega-3, purity counts. Unfortunately, pollution is a reality. And all of the waterways that have been tested thus far have some measure of various chemical pollutants. Fish that swim in the water, of course, they have no choice. They are immersed in the pollutants. So the probability that those pollutants would be transferred onto you if you consume the fish or a fish product would be considerably high. It would be statistically significant. So with this in mind, purity becomes the most important factor when you make a choice for fish oil. Not how many milligrams are in the capsule or any other marketing things like it comes from cold water or we get it from salmon or whatever the marketing thing is. Purity is what counts. Now, EPAX has a proprietary method of molecular distillation and purification. It is proprietary. And they not only meet all of the standards required by government agencies around the world for purity with all of the listed chemicals that need to be addressed in a fish product, but they test for many more. They, in fact, exceed, they surpass the purity standards for fish oil supplements around the world. They surpass the requirements of both the European Union and the US Pharmacopoeia. They surpass the requirements of the global organization of EPA and DHA, which is an entirely independent organization. They are not in any way financially supported by any of the fish oil companies. That's important. They exceed the standards set by the Codex Alimentarius, and that is the international food standard. They also surpass the IFOS 5-star rating standards. IFOS stands for International Fish Oil Standards. They surpass the 5-star rating requirement. My friends, when it comes to purity, you are simply not going to find an oil that is purer than the oil from EPAX. It simply is ultra pure. But that's not all. EPAX provides us with an oil that is the most clinically tested omega-3 oil in the world, with more than 100 clinical studies behind it. So, quick summary. Omega-3 is essential to your health. That means you must have it. Your body cannot make it. So it has to be taken in from diet or dietary supplement. That's the most important point. Now, our oil is provided from EPAX. It's their very best oil, and it's provided to us through exclusive legal agreement. So Mannatech really is your only choice if you want the very best omega-3 oil in the industry. Now, it's not just omega-3. It's omega-3 with vitamin D3. You want to get at least the minimum daily requirement of vitamin D, and you have that in our omega-3 with D3. In fact, Mannatech has 2 products that provide you with the minimum daily requirement, which would be Catalyst, now found in your OSP, and also omega-3 with D3. So you have 800 international units. That is super important. And we know, of course, that vitamin D is crucially important to bone health. Vitamin D is key as it combines with calcium and magnesium for bone health. We also know that vitamin D helps to increase mood. We know this by scientific study. And we know that vitamin D is very important for immune support. Make sure you get your omega-3s every day and your vitamin D every day. Your body will thank you for it.